walk up and ask them. All you have to do is walk up and ask them and just say, excuse me, I know you're very successful in business. I'm young. I don't know what you know. You've obviously gotten where you've gotten because you're hard working, you've done something right in your life. And I need your help. I need your opinion on something. I have a business concept that you may be able to help me with, and I'd love for you to evaluate it. I know it's not for you, but you probably know somebody it is for, and I'd just love to share it with you in hopes that maybe you can help me. And I'm going to tell you, use that word, help me. Any successful business guy will go out of their way to help you because somebody did it for them. You know, what did it for me? I was homeless. I broke back into the old house I used to own. Some of you know my story, middle of winter, and I was sleeping on the floor one day, and a realtor came and knocked on the door. He came through, he was listing the house. It was a repo, and he handled all the repossessed homes in town, and he came through to list the house, and he found me living there. And he sat on the floor with me, and if I had my phone with me, I'd show you a picture of him, because I just bumped into him a couple of months ago, and I had my picture taken with him, because I talk about him everywhere I go. And he's now going to become part of my presentation. You'll see him when I do my local seminar. But he sat on the floor with me, and he talked to me. And I'm going to tell you, I looked at him and I said, you know, I've got huge dreams, I've got huge goals, I've got all this, but I'm as low as I could go. And he said, boom, just like that, he picked me up, and he said, I'm going to help you. And he took me under his wing, and he taught me everything he knew about real estate. And I stayed with him for 3 years until I went to open my own office. And every time I see him, I hug him and I thank him, and you know, he's one of the biggest influences in my life. He was one of them. Those two guys I talked about earlier and that teacher I talked about earlier, those three other people were very influential in my life. My best friend today, who's in the business, not doing anything, he's extremely successful, extremely successful. He was the other big influence in my life. He was actually my sponsor in Amway back when I was 22 years old. And very, 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 very successful businessman. Very successful business. And he is still today, my wife and his wife are best friends, and he's a little bit older than me, and you know, he taught me so much about business at an early age. We got time for, we'll do two more real quick. Go ahead, you and then you. You already did one, so I'll do you and you.
You were successful in business very quickly. You know what you did for the first 2 weeks right when you started?
I didn't do anything for the first 2 weeks. I gave Mike, actually I can't say I did it. I called 5 people on the phone who I thought would eat Mike up. And all I said to him was this: hey Joe, this is Keith. I got a buddy of mine, Mike's going to call you. We're working on a business deal. When he calls you, go to lunch with him, because I think we can make a bunch of money with this program he's talking about. And they never even asked me, what is it? They just said, sure, have him call me. 5 people. A doctor who I own my vending business with, my attorney, my accountant, an insurance broker, and a mortgage broker that I used all the time. And those 5 guys. And Mike called them, and they went to lunch with Mike, and all 5 of them called me back and said, are you doing this? I said, yeah, I'm in. And they all got in with me. And next thing you know, he did the same thing with them. I know you don't have time, give me 5 people's names. And they all gave me 5 people's names. And he called them all. And they all got in, and I hit my check. 3 weeks, I hit a check.
What?
4th week, I hit another check. 5th week, nothing. 6th week, I got 2 checks. I flushed in 6 weeks, and all I did was let him in 5 weeks. And none of those 5 people are in the business anymore. Go figure. One more.
You mentioned that you love to show plans and you love to invest with people's plans. Is there anything else in the business that you love to do specifically?
Anything else in the business I love to do? Yes, exactly what I'm doing right now. I absolutely. This is by far. I'm serious. Out of anything and everything, I love speaking, doing a local seminar. Like, you know, like even now, this is great. When you see me do my local seminar, man, 7 hours go by like that. And I wish I had more time. You're going to have me for a whole day, but when I'm done at the end of the day, I wish I had 10 more hours. I used to do boot camps at my house. I'd have like 20 people come in on a Friday night, and they'd sleep overnight. And Saturday morning, we'd get up, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd get up with a big bullhorn. All right, get up, everybody, get up, right? And my wife had breakfast for everybody, and we'd start our seminar at 7:30 in the morning, and we would go till like 6 o'clock at night, and we'd do different topics all throughout the day, up to about 6 o'clock at night. My wife would serve lunch, and then she'd serve dinner. And then those who wanted to go to bed went to bed, 7, 8 o'clock at night, because we were up again at 6 o'clock. Or 5 or 6 of us would sit up and we'd do a night owl. And we'd sit in the private rooms, as 5 or 6 of us sit around a night owl, drink a couple beers, and we would go till about 2 in the morning. I'd get everybody up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We'd go almost a half a day on Sunday. We'd go to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, and everybody would go home. And I just absolutely love doing that kind of stuff. And we get into nitty-gritty, really nitty-gritty, because when you've got 15 or 20 people in a room, everybody opens up their heart as to what really is wrong with them, what's really troubling. And there's some of you sitting here tonight that were afraid to raise your hand and say what's really troubling you. And you really should have. Tonight was the night you should have taken advantage of that. Because some of you are sitting here right now and you're thinking to yourself, man, do I really want to keep going with this thing or don't I? And all I can tell you is you really want to keep going with this thing. You gotta really open your heart up to the person, to your senior leader, man. Sit down with them, hold their hands, cry with them, man. You can't see how many people I've cried with over the years. Many people I've cried, man. I've shed so many tears with people, man. I know their hearts are breaking, and their hearts are burning. And I know there's a couple of you here tonight. Your hearts are burning, and and I'm crying for you. I really am. I just wish I could take what a field vice president or a director or even a national supervising coordinator. I wish I could take what Andrew Chi had inside of here and give it to you. I wish it was like J.R. said, the pill that you could take. Because some of you are hurting right now. Some of you are really hurting. Some of you are too new to hurt. And it's okay. You won't succeed. You will not accept greatness until you are able to overcome adversity. And right now, some of you got so much pain right now. That's your adversity. If you can overcome it, you'll love success, man. You will absolutely love it. Absolutely will love it. What time do we have to be out of here? Like now?
Today, when we sign up, this is Saturday, this weekend. So they are the second person of Western Ontario. So one of us is 2,000 people.
What do I want to say to them? Congratulations for being here, number one. And don't make this the last one. This is your first step on your journey. There's a couple other people here, it's their first time here. There's just so much to teach you, so much to give you. 20 years of scraping my knees up, and I know what works and what doesn't work, and so do your leaders in the room. There's leaders in the room, and I don't know who you all are, but man, wake up, guys. It ain't getting no better. You gotta wake up. If you go hard at this for 2 years, bust your butt for 2 years, every single minute you can give up for 2 years to take the rest of your life off. But how many of you are willing to do that? How many of you are willing to absolutely do that? I mean, literally take everything and put it on hold other than your job and maybe your family for certain things you do with your family. But put everything else on total hold for 2 years and totally devote yourself and get so convicted to this thing. And in 2 years, you'll see, I'm serious, you'll never work another day the rest of your life. Again, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank your leadership up here for allowing me to come in and share with you tonight. And I'd love to keep doing this forever with you guys, and I will continue every time I come up, whatever we can do. I'm here to help. Not that I know everything, but man, I'd love to help everybody. And I'll be here again. Don't forget the second week of January, the local seminar. Don't forget your regional. It's sold out. Make sure you go. If you don't have a ticket, you better find somebody that has one, but you need to get to that regional event in 2 weeks. You need to get there. If you don't have a ticket, find one. Anybody here have an extra ticket? They've got a couple people with extra tickets. If you need a ticket, get your ticket.
Who is that?
and get to that regional event, man. You guys got, who's coming up? Who's this, huh? Dennis Franks, who else? Livia Martinez, but
Salvador.
Isn't what's her name from Flushing coming up? The young girl. Olivia. Isn't Olivia coming?
Really?
I think Olivia's, I mean, my God, Dennis Franks alone. That's my brother. Everybody thinks we're brothers, and every place we go, him and I together, everybody says, oh, is this your brother? Yeah, that's my brother. When you talk to Dennis, come give him a hug and say, Keith Doyle loves you, man. And seriously, you need to tell him that I love him, because he is my brother. We go back 35 years, so long time I've known Dennis. So thank you guys so much.